Aloha, welcome back to the garden. Welcome. So, this morning is gorgeous and cool. The coolest morning it's been in a very long time, and a lot has happened. A lot has grown in the garden. I've been harvesting throughout the week. I've been coming out here watering almost every day and feeding the plants as well. The garden is, I would say, in its final stage. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Some things have moved and there's more space now to frolic and to relax. I've even brought some chairs out so that now this is the season for me to come out here and relax after work whilst everything just grows around me. So the planting has been done. No more planting. Actually, no, that's a lie. There's one more. The parsley. However, apart from the parsley, everything is set, everything is good to go, and yeah, we're ready to harvest most things. Well, some things. Most things are still producing, but some things have been harvested and are ready to be harvested. So let me take you around. So this is an overview of the garden. As you can tell, things have been moved back, things have been moved around. That's the new seating area. And we've got all this space now in the middle, which it hasn't been this free for months, it seems, but now we have the garden back. So let me take you around to the plants that are growing and the ones that are not growing, or not thriving, should I say. Just because I turned left, I'm coming to this left-hand side, and look at this. Look at this gorgeous pepper plants. Look at how huge it is. It is, it's shocked me actually, because this was the overwintering project. This was the experiment, and I am so glad I experimented with it, because look at these massive cayenne peppers. They're so big. They don't even look like cayennes anymore. They're huge, huge. And these purple bits, I believe they're going to turn purple, then ripen to red. So I'm excited to see that. And the fact that it's only mid-July and we are having this much abundance just blows me away, just baffles me. There are more flowers coming. The plant is getting bigger and bushier. These folded. There might be some insects in here. I'll check that later on. Let's see. Yeah, definitely insects in there. But that's fine by me. It's only a couple of leaves. I'll keep monitoring that. But there are so many peppers on this plant and lots more coming. Like I told you last time, when you see a brown leaf, it's highly likely that they've been pollinated. And that's what happens. The pepper just grows and grows until the leaf splits off it. So I am thrilled with this. We haven't actually used the cayennes that we harvested last year because we've not been making a lot of green sauces. However, I'm going to use those up because these are going to get ready, or they're going to be ready very, very soon. And last year as well, the season wasn't long enough for them to ripen. So the fact that they've even ripened or ripening, I am blown away by. I'm so happy about that. And I can't wait to see some red cayennes soon. And this is the base of the plant. I watered it yesterday. I've topped it with manure, but the stem is so much thicker than it was last year, stronger as well. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm going to feed it more, probably with some fish blood and bone as a covering, and then leave that to soak in whilst I water on top. And the same thing with this bell pepper plant, also getting really big. I'm even thinking that they might outgrow, their spread might outgrow the space soon. So I will move the barbecue a little bit and then move these to give them more space. But as you can tell, I've already harvested one this week. There's another huge one coming, a baby one there, another baby coming there, and some at the back, lots of flowers still. So we're going to get a lot of peppers this year from this plant, and I might put a bamboo cane just to hold it up a bit, because as you can tell, it's leaning forward. and I don't want it to lean forward too much. But look at the leaves, very healthy. Young ones are shiny, old ones are large. No signs of any pests or disease. Such an amazing experiment, so successful. And I class them as more successful than my figs, because the figs, though they've grown, they haven't put on any fruits, and I believe that's because they're in small pots. Story of my life. But they haven't put on any fruits, which is fine, because yeah, they need more space to grow. But hey ho, experiment done. I propagated figs from cuttings, so I'm happy. Success was there. And these peppers are definitely a tier above that, because they have bushed out, they've done more than I expected, and I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled to have them. Cheers to the next season. Moving on to the tomato, the ananas. Before I show you the fruits, let me just show you the opal basil that I planted at the base. And I don't know if it's because of the lack of light or the fact that the tomatoes actually taken a lot of the, I need to cut that off. Tomatoes taking a lot of the nutrients, but they haven't really grown. At this point, I think it's because they've been shaded by the peppers. So I might just pull them out and use them as, use them in food, not just leave them to grow there. Just notice these suckers have just grown overnight. Let me just pull them off, because this tomato plant is getting huge. So it is getting to the top of the wire mesh that I put, but I don't mind that too much. Why? Because the base is very strong, it's very secure. There are lots of fruits set, so I've got at least 3 there, 4 including that flower. I'm sure there's much more coming on this side as well. Got more flowers over here, more at the top. We have some coming on here, some coming in the middle. So there's a lot there. The first flowers that's set, I don't know if they've set fruits, but they're back there. And I'm thinking it's time to just prune some lower leaves. And the reason why we do this is so the plant can direct its energy up to the fruits, so that it can actually swell up, ripen, so we can harvest it. I will use the leaves, I'll put them in some water, because I've seen people using tomato leaves as pest spray, so that's something I want to experiment with, so I'll do that. And usually they say to pull off the leaves up to the first set of fruits, so that's what I've done. You can see this, the vine is bare, which is great for me, because there's aeration. The plant seems very, very happy. It seems secure. I might even secure it a bit more on this side, because as you can tell, the rest are actually cable tied on. This one isn't, and this one isn't, so potentially cable tie this one onto here, and then this one onto this. But they're looking really good. Well, it's looking really good. One big giant heirloom variety is the ananas variety. Looking so, so good. I've got a visitor. Hey, pigeon. You okay? Hey. They're so chubby, so beautiful. So moving on to these tomatoes. Look, when I tell you about growth, guys, just have a quick overview of this compared to last week. I'll insert a shot from last week as well, but just look at this. Just going to drink some water. That's what they've been doing for the past 2 weeks. That's why I keep filling up the pots, because the birds know there's water here, so they keep coming to drink. So happy they find the garden a solace to come into, to drink, to roam around. I saw 2 pecking ants from the floor this morning as well. So yeah, it's a sanctuary, not only for us, but for them, which I love. After the time with the pigeons and after the view of last week, can you see how much growth the tomatoes have put on already? And I believe this is the 3rd week they've been in, and they've just shot up. In fact, yesterday I had to come in and tie them because they were just falling forwards, and I just said to myself, no, no way, no way. If any wind happens to come in and rush through the garden, they will just break, and that's another issue that needs to be dealt with. So no way, Jose. I've come in, I've done that, and they are now tied to a trellis. So in the middle of the week, I got some energy and I just came out here within 10 minutes and I put the bamboo canes up. So I've done a part of the trellising for this side. It's going to look exactly like that over there. So all I did was put some bamboo canes together. I mapped it out on the floor here, and I put some wire netting across 2 sections, like so. And it served me well. I mean, last year this trellis held like 6 tomato plants. Didn't fall over, nothing happened to them, they were great. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing here. And what I've done to secure them is to push the pots together to anchor them there. And also when the plants are on them, they're heavy enough so that it weighs the bamboo down. So that's my makeshift trellis. Instead of spending like £90 on trellises, that was the idea that the spirit gave me, and voila, it's worked well. Easy to remove, very easy to recreate, simple, affordable, great for multiple seasons, because that's been there for a whole year. The only thing that's changed is the color of the cable tie, because they started off bright green and now they're this. Let's see if I can find one. This one right here. Now they're this grey colour, but that's the only thing that's changed. The netting looks great. The bamboo has also faded a bit, but I've had this bamboo for, oh gosh, I've had this bamboo for like 4 or 5 years. So it's understandable that it's split and cracked and faded, but it's still doing its job. Just a little note for those who don't want to go out and spend lots of money on trellising. Let's focus on what we came here for, the plants. Actually, trellis is also important, but the plants. Let me take you around. So everything, like I said, has grown. The aubergines are getting bigger. The basil, I believe this is the one I topped. I think this is the one I topped. No, this is a baby one. This one is establishing. I did come and top some basil just so they can bush out some more, and the rest I'm leaving to just grow as one, especially the ones here. Oh, I might top it actually. I'll see what I'm making during the week, and I'll come and top them all so they can bush out more. So topping is basically just cutting the first up to the node there, just so that the plants can bush out and produce more leaves and get bigger. It's very good for plants like basil. They benefit from that because, like I said, they have more of a chance to get bigger instead of just growing up a single stem. So here we are. Tomatoes are looking great, and as you already know, all these pots are replicas of each other. So aubergine in the middle, this was the biggest aubergine, and as you can tell, it's loving life. It's growing so big and I love that for it. It's growing so big. Calendula right here. I've got some basil at the front as well. This is an example of the one I topped. So I topped it the other day, and see, it's growing 2 more shoots on the side, which means that it's working already. So I need to come in and top the other ones. I need to decide. So that's not topped. That one is topped. You see the way it's growing differently. Let me show you the peppers at the front before I move on. So these plants were the same size a few weeks ago, but this is the one that hubby bought me, or yeah, got me from the garden center where he works. It's a lemon chili pepper. It's this variety here. Can't see the picture, but that's going to be so good. First time growing it, first time trying it, so this is definitely going to be something that we overwinter as well. I will show it to one of my friends and teach her how to overwinter them, because all these plants, the ones that are going to be overwintered, will find a home in her home. So I'll teach her how to do that, and then she'll have different varieties. So she'll have the bell pepper, the cayenne pepper, and also the lemon pepper, and some of these as well. So these are bell peppers also, but they're like the red and colorful varieties. I labeled them, but I didn't label them properly, so I don't know which variety is which, but when they grow we'll find out. And this is the black pearl. It's still hanging tight, it's still growing strong, so I'm going to give it some time. I know for sure if it takes off, it will thrive. So one of these varieties will also be given to my friend so that she can overwinter them and have, even if it's 4 pepper varieties, that's still a decent amount to harvest from. So yeah, voila, the peppers on this side. There are more on the other side which are bigger. So let me show you. These are bigger than those ones over there, growing beautifully. And I know by the end of this month they would have put on size. So when I see them like this, I'm not worried, because this is a season that peppers love. They love the warmth, and that's what they're going to get, lots and lots of warmth. So I'm not worried about them at all. The herbs, on the other hand, need to be harvested, need to come in, cut them all back, and especially the rosemary. It went through some dry spells, but I don't mind, because guess what? It's dried for me. Let me smell. Amazing. So even if I have to cut them all down and keep them in, at least I've got some dried rosemary. It won't be as potent as if I dried it, I don't believe, but still fine, it still works. The sage is bouncing back as well, coming back to life. The parsley, still haven't repotted it with the kale, but that's a job for this week. I'll definitely get to do that. The thyme has also bounced back, looking lovely. I'm going to save this for a jerk chicken events or Jamaican event that I'm planning on having, which would be so good. And the oregano needs to be harvested. I've brought some butter out, so I might make some oregano butter and use that in the winter months. But how pretty is that? Those flowers are gorgeous. And my fingers smell amazing. They smell so good. So that's the herb section. And onto the cucumbers at the back here. I have been harvesting yet again, and I can see more growth. Look at this. Oh wow, I've got 2 cucumbers here, so I need to come in and tie this up. Got 2 on the new baby shoots that were dangling on the floor before. I have raised them up, and oh no, wow, we have 4, which is amazing. The mother shoots gave us 1 that I plucked off the other day to enjoy, and there's a lot more coming at the back there as well. So this plant has really thrived in our garden. There's more being produced, and it's looking luscious. Might need to give it a feed. Some of the leaves are looking a bit yellow, but the ones towards the top are green with a bit of splotch of yellow, so I'll just give it a good feed. They should be okay. And as they're getting bigger, I now have my twine, so I will move it to the side and straighten it up a bit, because this one is also growing. This is the Cornichon de Paris. Oh my goodness, it's actually, no, it's really grown. I'm sorry, I didn't notice this. I've just noticed it now. So this needs to be trellis maybe here, because I want to get it up there, but it's still quite small. We still have lots of fruits though. Coming on, we've harvested 3 cucumbers from here and about 4, let's say, yeah, 4 from the apple cucumber variety, and we've got 4 more coming, so that's 8. Not bad for a single plant, I'm telling you. I'm very happy about that. For one single plant, it's really produced lots for us, and there's way more coming, and the season is still young. Moving to this section, we have our courgettes that, oh no, I've just realized that this has come out. Let me put it back in. Let me put it right back in. So I repotted. Here, let's start here then. I potted the runners of the strawberries into small pots like this because, wow, this one's already started producing fruits. That means that it's set roots. And it is, oh, let me be careful with it. Yeah, look. There are some roots there. So basically you just put the section into soil, it will set some roots, and then you've got a whole new strawberry plant. Once it's fully established, I usually leave it for the whole season. Let me push this in. Then I will go in and just snip it off the mother plant. And you have a whole new strawberry plant. This one is also set in. So I've got 3 more strawberries there, which will be perfect for the other pots that looks like this that we have. But these ones, I believe they really need a bigger pot. But these are also going to my friends, so that'll be something that we will do together later on, because they're so well established and they're huge. And as you already know, they have the chance to get much bigger. This one is about 4 years old now, 3-4 years old. So they have, it's actually more than that. It's more than that. Wait, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. I'll say 3 years old actually. So yeah, 3-year-old strawberry plant, and it's thriving. These ones are 2 years old. No, 2 years old, 1 year old, and these are the babies. But we need a proper tower for these because they're just, yeah, they're going to take over. They're huge. So we need more pots. They might even be worth getting some of these pots and putting them into, because I believe they'll be fine. They will thrive individually like this, and they will just get bigger and bigger and bigger, which I love. So going to the courgettes, where I initially started, as you can tell, we do have some courgettes here. The plant is now loving life. It's established itself. It's getting bigger. It's taking up its room. I might even like straighten it up a little bit with a bamboo cane. And look in there. Yep, ants. Ants, ants, ants. I'm telling you, any opportunity. But it's fine. This one I've already fertilized with one of the flowers that I got from this plant. So hopefully there's another flower coming soon so I can fertilize the one that's open. But I can't see any male flowers, so we'll do what we can. Got one there. We've had 1 courgette so far, and we might have 3 more. So look for the space. Look at this space. Look for the space. Look at this space. Watch this space. 9 C's around. Let's move on. Let's go. Moving on, we have a trespasser. Don't mind that one. So this is part of the taberry that I need to train up. But here we have the buddleia. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go in for a sniff. Oh my goodness. I could wear that. Oh my goodness. It's perfume. It's perfume. It's like, it's not as strong of a scent as jasmine, but it's got a very light jasmine tinge and very floral. Just beautiful. I love it. Smells so divine. My goodness. Smells so good. And how pretty are they as well? This plant grows like a weed across England, especially on like highways. It loves like poor soils, but it does need lots of water. So I water this plant at least once a day, because it dries out so quickly in the small pots that I have it in. These small pots, you know. But that's also going to my friend because it's such a beautiful plant, and I know it will just brighten up her space. So that's going to her. I already gave her the small one that I propagated, but I'm going to give her this one as well, just to, you know, mirror that other small one. Moving on to the rhubarb, end of life at the moment. Oh, unintentional, but I got a rhubarb there. Oh, wow, if I have a rhubarb, got some strawberries, I can make a really tiny portion of rhubarb jam. And I've just realized this is a different plant entirely, so I think the crown has reproduced. The main crown, got another one here, and the offshoots look greener, so I think this is a new one this year, which is great. That's super. Oh my goodness, I want to harvest them, but I feel like it's right on the cusp that I shouldn't. I should give them time. It's okay, I'll take this one in though, because I can use that for rhubarb and strawberry jam. Like I said, mini portion, even if it's a compote, or even rhubarb cake. Oh, so many options. When the harvest is coming in, there's just so many things that you can actually make and do. So yeah, my mind is like whirring with all the ideas. I love it. Not bad at it at all, but it's finding the time to do everything that I want to do, because if I had the time, I'd do everything that I want to do, but I've got other things to do. So balance is key. Let's move on to the raspberries that are recovering after I gave them a little bit of TLC. That is still a mess. This is the second thing I need to do in the garden after the parsley. This patch is still very much messy. The raspberries, after some of them being fried, are coming back. Look at that, look at that. So that is from a brand new shoot. So hopefully that gives us some fruits this year, not sure. But these are still going strong. They've colored back up. The leaves are looking healthier. There are some, even these ones that were, you know, on the cusp. I removed one last week, but these ones are still growing, look. And even if I can't, or I won't let them get big enough to grow raspberries, I can still harvest these leaves for tea, which I didn't do at the start of the season. So there's still potential here. And I can also train them up as well with some bamboo canes that I've got. There are some flowers that have been pollinated, but the raspberries this year have been very, very small. I mean, like tiny compared to last year. And I believe it's because of the lack of soil that they're in. I mean, look at these blackberries. There's even like a spider in there. Ew. That's my default with spiders, ew. If I stop saying ew, I think I'll be less disgusted by them. Okay, so spider. Yay! Oh, look at the spider. Wow, yay, spiders. It's a mindset, guys. It's a mindset shift. You have to renew your mind in order to change your life. Okay, right. So, there's the raspberries. Looking a little crazy, but it's okay, because like I said, all these leaves are fertilizer. So I'm going, well, compost. I'll pull them all off, drop them at the base of the plants, cut the plants back and top it up with more compost. And then next year, everything would have broken down, refed the soil, and they will grow beautifully again. This is not a raspberry, this is a loganberry, and much the same will happen. The reason why I've left the loganberry is because I've got two coming. I've got two late seasoners. Is that how I say it? Late bloomers. There we go. That's a better statement. Late bloomers coming, and I am looking forward to them. So I'll keep the loganberry going as long as I can, just to harvest those two fruits. Then I'll cut it back to the base and This is the fresh shoots from this year. Look at the difference. Old shoots, fresh shoots from this year. So I'll trellis that up when I cut everything back. Bless me, I just had to sneeze there. Got some blackberries coming. They're looking so good. We have more fruits at the back there as well. And some going to even swell up. So I need to be on my watering game with these plants. Because if I don't water it enough, they will not produce as much as I want them to produce for me. So I need to be on my game with this one. But it's healthy. Look at this gorgeous set of new leaves and no thorns. Oh my goodness, no thorns. So happy about that. And it's of course going everywhere as it should. It's a bramble, so it's just trailing everywhere, which I don't mind at all. And this is the pot that the other 3 strawberries are going in. So yes, I need to do that as well. Remove all this junk. They're not junk, actually. This is very important. All these are very important things. That's why they're here. But I need to start tidying them up a bit. That's this week job though. And making sure this side is free and clear for anything that we want to use it for. I did want to start lots of microgreens this year, but I've shelved that idea only because I don't want to be buying extra compost. Reason why? Because I'm doing too much. My plan was to grow more this year, but it's come to that time of the year where I want to enjoy the garden and I don't want to keep growing. So I'm not going to buy more compost. All these trays I was going to use for microgreens. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wash them all down, store them all away, and that's it. I have finished planting for the year. Otherwise, I'll keep planting. And like I said, I'm not at farm scale. I am not a farm scale. I'm a hobby gardener and I love it. One day, by God's grace, I'll be at farm scale where I'll be succession sowing. I'll be doing all of that throughout the whole year. When I know that what I plant, I'll be able to use it to feed our family. Definitely, I'll be doing that. However, for now, all this is supplementary. Like I said, we don't cook all our meals from the garden. I mean, imagine it's taken 7 months for the garden to get to this stage, and what I've harvested so far is kale and spinach. So if I were to rely on this garden to feed my family, I wouldn't be feeding my family. So it's a supplementary garden. It supplements what we already buy from the supermarket, and hopefully by God's grace in the future we will have enough to feed us. So for now, I'm not worried about succession planting. I'm not worried about doing all of that. The only thing I succession planted was the broccoli, because the winter months, I want to be eating greens, and kale, broccoli, all those plants are fine in the winter months. They're happy with the cold. So if I grow them now, if I get them established now, by then I'll be harvesting fresh greens from the garden to supplement our winter eating. And that will be even better, because in the winter we need more minerals, more vitamins and things like that for immunity, and the greens have them. Cruciferous vegetables have those things that we need. So I'm happy with that. That's my succession done for the year. Like I said, the rest is just for summer growing, and yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I don't feel the need to do more. I've achieved all the plans that I wanted to achieve this year, so, and then some. So I'm very happy about that. Let's continue with the tour for now. So this hosta, now that it's flowering, oh my goodness, let me just take you inside actually. How pretty, how gorgeous is this? I'm gonna bring it out now that I'm able to sit. It's not focusing, sorry. You'll see it in another tour, but I'm going to bring it out and put it right where I'll be sitting and reading for the evenings. So actually, let me not do another tour. Let me not postpone this. Let me show you properly. Come on. It's because of the netting. The netting is in the way, but I'm going to make it work. There we go. Make it work. That's how gorgeous they are. Oh, sorry, darling. So I'm going to be moving that so I can enjoy those gorgeous flowers. And like I said, I'll move it by the reading area. Bring out Haruki Murakami after work. Sit down, chill, relax, enjoy. And then, enjoy, and then go and read in that nook. I'm so excited for that. Okay, moving on then. The currants, as you can tell, harvested what I could, and there's still some on there. I'm not going to remove the netting. Why? Because I did it yesterday. I'll insert some clips. Bam bam. When I harvested the plants, have a look, a brief overview after the harvest. So yeah, we still have some currants left on there, and I'm going to leave them on there because once the blueberries have been harvested, I can remove this side of the netting, move it all from here with the kale and the broccoli to that side, protect the kale and the broccoli, and then allow the birds to come in and just strip the plants. That's my plan. That's what I did last year. They really enjoyed it, but they enjoyed it too much because I couldn't get any plants. So I couldn't get any currants, sorry. So this year I protected them for now, and then later on they can have what's left. The blueberries are coming on strong. I can even see some more that need harvesting today. So I harvested some yesterday, and we have more ripening, which I love. They were so good, so juicy. There were a couple that had some animals like bugs in them. I just threw them away, but the majority of them, when I say majority, most of them, actually the majority, I'm not just saying like, okay, 60%, no, 90%, 98% were fine. 2% had bugs in them. And by 2%, I mean like 3. So maybe even less than 2%. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Look, oh my goodness. Can you see that? Can you see the right there? I need to remove netting. Oh, I did not plan on doing that today, but I need to because there is a caterpillar. There are 2. I can see another one there. All right, let's go. I need to remove the netting. Okay, so I need to remove some of the netting. Not all, just some. Oh my goodness. I did not expect them to be here because yesterday I came in and I removed a good handful of them. But I should just know that. Okay, this is not too bad actually. I can manage this. I can do this every day because yesterday I had to remove the whole thing all the way to the currants to have a proper look. But today I've just removed one and it's not too bad, so I might do this every day. I need to get these caterpillars off. Otherwise they'll eat everything. So this is happening in real time, guys. In real time. This is happening because none of this nonsense. Oh my goodness, no. They're in the soil. Okay, no, they're okay. This is just their poo. That's just their poo. That's not them, it's just their poo. I saw another one. Let me see if there's anyone here. Yep, there's one more here. This is going to have to be a daily thing, otherwise. Is that what? Oh my gosh! On the leaf? Let me check all the leaves now because they're getting bold. They are getting bold. Look, it's already eaten half of it. Like, it's already eaten. Guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, I've removed all the ones that I can see. I've removed all the ones that I can see, and I don't know if you can see this, but let's see if you can see this. Let me bring them closer. That's them. That is them. And look at how they look fluffy and fat and so cute, but they are hazardous to the plants. Hazardous, and they look so cute. Look at the way it's crawling. It looks so cute, but they will destroy these plants if I don't remove them. So I'm just going to toss them over the fence straight away. And let me close this back up because I checked the time as well, and I am running low on time. Oh, there's one more. I nearly missed this one. And I know this is not the most optimum defense for the butterflies, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Okay guys, like I said, I'm due to go out today and I'm running low on time. So I need to get a move on with the tour. I've had a very busy weekend coming up, and I want to fit everything in, and I can fit everything in. I just need to do it, basically fit it all in. So let me show you the back quickly, then I'll show you the front, and then I'll go inside and get ready for the day. Here is the back garden. I haven't done anything at all back here, and I should have been, but I haven't. So the trellis, my goodness, I need to trellis this. This has to be tonight when I come back, because otherwise the grapes might fall over. I might lose my baby grapes, which I don't want to do. Yeah, this is a job for today. This is not for the week, this is for today. So I'll come in and do that. The mock orange has dried up because I haven't watered it. I watered the inside of the garden yesterday, not out here, so things are looking dry. Figs looking a bit dry, the taller figs looking a bit dry. Grapes are looking okay. Some leaves are going though, but this is a job for today, definitely. The apple tree is looking fine. I did give the trees a good water 2 days ago, so they're still okay. Apple's looking great. Cherry looks like it's ripening. It's got a nice hue on there, so hopefully that ripens for us. The pears are looking glorious, getting bigger by the day. And the wood is hardening as well. That's so good. And the crabapple tree, it looks a bit battered, but it is doing fine. Lots of crab apples on there. Some of them are a bit battered and bruised, but the ones towards the top are looking great. Let's go to the gooseberries and let me collect my secateurs that have been here for like 3 days, because that's the last time. Like, oh, look at that fly. You can see that fly. You're not stuck on that one. Can you imagine? Gooseberries are growing as well. More leaves, making the plants bigger. So they just need structure now, which I keep saying. Lord have mercy. But they are fine. They'll be fine as they are. The elderflower is looking juicier and juicier by the day. They're growing So good. So these are now the elderberries. So once they get darker, once they ripen, I can pull them all off, well, most of them off, the ones that I can reach, and use it to make elderberry syrup. The nettle, it's every time I come out here, they're looking so good. Oh, okay, I'll harvest these tonight. I wasn't going to harvest them last week, but I will harvest them tonight because they're looking really good, seeds and all. They're looking so good. Okay, let's go to the front. I didn't expect the end of this video to be so rushed. I thought I had lots of time. So I came out here around 7:30, I believe. And it's already 8:30. It's already been an hour that I've been chatting in the garden and I've not even gone to the back. It just shows you how long I spend in here. I spend so much time here that I love just walking around. But life is lifing, so let's go inside and get things done. Major changes have happened in this front garden. Da 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 da. A lot has changed. So I brought, as you can tell, the squash plants out here so they have some room to trail, and the rhododendron officially gone for the season, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'll put some acacia soil at the end of the season just so that they can get some more nutrients for next year. Got the echinacea at the back there. We've got, finally, the impatiens have been planted into a bigger pot, so there's 2 in each, so they are even blooming again, which is so beautiful to me. I love this. And then I'm going to use some for a a hanging basket for my friend as well, so I'll do that with them. The dianthus, I did deadhead them. They were looking so sad in the small pot, but now they're in a bigger pot, so I have hope that they will come back. The leaves are looking luscious, so I'm very hopeful. The figs over here, this one, I realized why it looked so lush every time, even though it had less soil than the rest. And that's because it managed to get one of its roots, as you can tell there, into the ground, into one of the crevices in the back. So it was sucking the water from very deep down under the concrete. So it was love and life. But now that it's fending for itself, it's not fending. Like the rest are now used to having minimum water. But this one is like, my supply has been cut off. But it's okay, it'll get used to it. And I do need to put them in more soil. That's something for later on in the year as well. Got 3 figs. The mahonia is looking lovely. The mock oranges, of course, are dry, but that's fine. That's normal. We know this by now. Small pots, less water, dry plants. The equation has been set. The other rhododendron is looking gorgeous though. That's what the other one should be looking like, but we move. It's okay. This, I'm going to have to come back and remove all of these because now it's looking messy to me. All the fronds, they're looking messy to me. Moving on, so we've got the 2 hunter squashes, which I did something crazy the other day. I used the male flowers from the butternut, because they're both squash, right? So I used the male flowers from the butternut squash, the hunter butternut squash, sorry, and I used it to pollinate the harlequin round squashes. And I don't know if it's gonna work, but I just experimented because I won't be able to save the seeds, but at least I can experiment. So those 2 have been pollinated by the wrong squash, by the different squash. So yeah, we'll see what happens with them. And the leaves are looking so much healthier now that I've moved them to the front garden. I believe because they're not getting so much sun. I thought that the squash loved sun, but I've come to learn that too much of a good thing is a bad thing for some plants. So yeah, I've left them out here and they're growing beautifully now, and they're going to trail. And I need to remind myself that it's still July. There's still loads of time for these plants to get really big. So let me not dampen them, but look at all of this. So this is potential growth all down here. And when they start trailing, I don't know if the harlequin will trail, but the hunter definitely will. They'll just fill out this space. That's my plan. Fill out this space. And because it's on concrete, the squash will be protected as well. So let's see what happens. I will come in and put some, okay, they're not too dry. It's not too dry in there. But I will put some parsley in here as well, and also water them deeply. But all in all, I'm very happy with the way the front garden has been transformed. It's looking so good. So good. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm going to be signing off right here at the front door before I go in, because the second I get in there, go. Thank you for joining me this week, friends. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you've got any gardening talk, any kind of comments, anything like that, leave them down below. I would love to get to know how you guys garden. I would love to get to know how you guys grow, what you grow, where you grow. Let's chat in the comments. Take care. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming back again. See you next week. Bye. Take care. Got to say God bless. God bless. See you next week. Bye.